So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 26 of Learning Study by Slate Valley. I'm Amulya, your host for today's session. If you're joining us for the first time, Slate Valley's Learning 30 Days Journey. It is designed for the learners for the practical skills and industrial ready skills in the technologies. Today's session is focused on Introduction to Robotics. We are honored to have Mr. Karthik Sir, a robotic trainer at Infosys and CSR. He'll be sharing his valuable insights with us and how to transfer the industrial knowledge to and getting to the job. So, without any further delays, we'll be handovering the session to the sir. Welcome, sir. Guys,
Hello, am I audible?
yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. You can start this section, sir.
Yeah, sure. So, first of all, good evening, everyone. Okay, fine. So, myself, I'm Karthik. I'm a robotics trainer. So, I work in Infosys Springboard, and it's a part of a CSR program. Okay, I'll get into the. Shall I go to the topic directly?
So, we have already completed the intro
Okay, fine.
without any further
So,
delay.
yeah, sure. So, sorry for the delay. So, due to some technical issues, so it got delayed. So, we'll start now. Okay, fine. So can anyone tell in the chat box what is the topic of today's topic actually? Can anyone ping in the chat bot or chat box? Yeah, robotics. Okay. So I think everyone are active. So introduction to robotics. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fine. Okay. So so it will be like interactive session. It's not like we are watching in a YouTube or something like that. So we should be active. I'll be keep on checking the chat bot or chat box. So you should ping all the you can give your answers in the chat box. Fine. Okay. So today's topic is introduction to robotics. So first of all, I'll we'll go from basics. So does anyone know what is a robot? Again, answers in the chat box or comment section or whatever you can call it as. Okay. I need answers. Everyone should participate in the chat box. I got only one answer. Mm-hmm. Okay. Still, any other answers? Okay, fine. So few of you like given answers like a robot is a machine, right? So here not only we discuss about robotics and also we discuss about AI, that is artificial intelligence here. So first of all, as you said, robot is a machine. Very good. So whatever we say, whichever work we give, the robot will do because it's a machine. So if we say this machine should work for 3 days continuously, will it work or not? Yes. Yes, depends. Almost. If the machine is working in a good condition, so it will work, right? Right. So whatever we say, the machine will do because that's what we are calling it as a robot. So blindly we can say whichever work we give, so the machine is able to do. So that's how we call it as a robot, and it's a machine. As I said, robot is a machine, and so by using a robot, we can do our work and quickly. That's one more point. And second point, it will replace humans. So that's one more point. And another point is it gives if like 95% work efficient. So say for example, if you are doing any work, So we may have human errors, like if you want to count or if you want to do any some work. So there we may do small mistakes. So but whereas a robot, it will do 99% or 98%, the robot will give accurate answers or accurate work. So that's what a robot is able to do. So there the human errors are able to reduce, right? So that is one more point. And then, so for example, there is a zigzag road. So if we say a robot should go in a forward direction, will it go or not? Again, answers in the chat bot or chat box. Again, I'll repeat the question. The robot, there is a way in a there is a zigzag way, okay? And I said the robot should go in a forward direction. Will the robot will go or not? Yeah, it is programmed. It is programmed because I said, so whatever I am saying, it is nothing but we are giving a program to it. Yes. So that's what I said. It goes blindly. It doesn't think anything. It doesn't think it is right or wrong. Okay. So whatever we say, if it is going, if it is about to fall, it will do. That's it. Okay. So that's how a robot. That's a major difference between robot and. Okay. So that's a. Okay. We'll discuss about difference between AI and a robot again. Okay. So as you know, AI, artificial intelligence. So now, first of all, what is AI? Again, one more question you got. I know. Again, don't give answers as artificial intelligence. So basically, what is AI? What do you know? Just give any one line answer or one word answer. If you know, you can tell. Otherwise, I'll give the answer. Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other answers? Okay, fine. Uh, okay. Hmm. Fine. So in general, can we say AI is like artificial brain? Yes or no? Artificial brain. So whatever how we are able to think in the same way, AI and AI is also able to think in the same way, and it can think 10 times or 100 times more than us. So that's the reason we are using in almost in every fields, like we are seeing in a chat gpt is one example, Gemini one example. In search engines we are using, and also in customer support we are using AI. So wherever it is required, we are replacing humans. So it is able to think like us, and it is able to give better answers than us. So that's the reason we are using AI in replacement of the humans. Okay, next. So if we, again, we are going back to the same situation, as we are having a zigzag road or zigzag way, and I inserted AI to that same robot. Now this robot will able how I programmed is the robot should go in a forward direction or in a straight way, but the road is in a zigzag way. Now if I included this AI to the robot, now will a robot goes forward in the same zigzag road? Again, answers in a comment box or chat box. Mhm. Yes, because it knows if we because the road is zigzag way. If I go forward, I may hurt or I may get damaged. So that's the reason. The major difference of AI and a robot is it can think by itself, and it can think more than us, right? Okay, so in the robots we are having different type of robots. So do you know anything about types of robots? Have you heard at least anywhere? Again, I need answers. If you know, you can give the answers. We are having types of robots. in different fields. Mhm. We are not talking about the mass, weight, everything, but uh, in different fields we are using different type of robots. Okay, right. Yes. So uh, I got few answers like industrial robots, service based robots. So yes, okay, fine. Oh, nice. I'm getting good answers. Mm-hmm. Mad robot. Hmm. We are not talking about the brand and everything, but just we are talking about the types of robots. Okay, fine. If you know the brands, it's fine. Okay. So in the industries, industries like car manufacturing. So there we are using arm robots. We usually call arm because it looks like a hand, right? So there we are using arm robots and few robots we call it as quad robot. It has 4 legs. So that's the reason we are calling it as quad robot. Okay. Like that we are having different based on the design and based on the work it is doing. So we are giving different names for the different robots. Yeah. So program is like based on our requirement. uh, we are giving that work or we are assigning a work to that robot. So based on our requirement. So if you want to arm robot, we are programming to that particular robot as per our requirement. If it is quad robot, it is having 4 legs. Okay, so there we are giving different type of program and it is doing as per that program. Okay, so here we are as I said here we are having different type of robots as per their requirement and as per the what do you call department or category we can call it as. Okay, and next, so in the robots which are very user friendly, can anyone tell which are very commonly we are using in our daily life other than manufacturing? Again, answers in the chat box. Do you know any robots which are user friendly or frequently we are using the robots other than manufacturing sector? Hmm. Okay. Mm, again, a robot. Okay, we'll discuss next. Any other answers? Okay, right. So as I said, I got few answers like one of you said cleaning robots. So it's like generally we use vacuum cleaners. So now we are having a floor cleaning bots. We call it as floor cleaning robots. So that is one robot we are using, and we are like we are like in the market they are available few robots like assistant robots. We call it as generally. I'm saying in everything in a general way. So we call it as AI assistants. We call it as, so it will schedule our entire day. So we need to tell the robot tomorrow at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I have a meeting, and then after that you need to remind me to drink some water. So like that we need to give all schedule to that particular robot, and then in the next day it will remind us. So we call it as AI assistance for that particular robot. So it is able to manage. So it's like a, see, if you want to hire a manager or a uh, any person to see all this, to check everything is going on a right time and a correct way or not. Again we need to pay salary, right, to that particular so and so person. So instead of that, if we buy a small robot, it's a one time investment. So if we buy a robot, so it will schedule, it is able to schedule all the things, and it is giving accurate. So at this particular time you have this work, and at this particular time you are having this work, so it is able to remind me. So that's how it is. See, and most of, I think you know or not, so if a robot comes in an industry or any other department, their jobs will be like, there is a cutoff of the jobs, right? But here, if a robot comes in a so and so particular industry or a sector, it is able to uh, do a lot of work, and it is able to give. See, for example, if I want to manufacture a car, so if we want to manufacture a car in a like with all the humans and with the manpower, so it may takes, like for example, 1 month or 2 months with full manpower, for example. So if I want to make that same car with robots, so it can make in within a week, because it is able to work 24 by 7, night and day and night. So the and we are having few factories which work 24 by 7. We call it as dark factories, because it doesn't require food, it doesn't require light, it doesn't require energy, so just we need proper power supply. So those particular industries we call it as dark factories. So it is running 24 by 7, and it does, just it produces everything whatever. If you want to manufacture a car, it will be keep on producing the cars 24 by 7. So those kind of factories or industries, we call it as dark factories or dark industries. It doesn't require light, anything, just proper power supply, and there should not be any disturbance for that of the power supply. Clear? Okay. And I said, we are discussing one point, like if there is any if a robot comes in the so and so industry, so there is a cutoff of the jobs, right? So if, for example, if I as we are discussing about the car manufacturing, so if you are using full without any manpower, if you are able to use the robots, so what about our jobs? So did anyone got the question? Okay. So we may get the doubt. So what we need to do? So if all the work are entire work is done by robots, so what we need to do? See, for example, uh, we are a person went to the hospital. Okay, a person went to the hospital, and the doctor is able to treat. The doctor is treating that patient. So the doctor doesn't be like the doctor doesn't treat that patient and throughout the day. So he'll be checking like one half an hour, or like 15 to 20 minutes, or maximum half an hour, and then the nurse will be taking care of that person, of that particular patient. So in the same way, if in any industry or in any sector, if the robot is able to do some if the robot is able to do any work, we need a manpower there. For example, so you may get that doubt. So what is the purpose of the manpower there? So here we need to check the robot is able to work properly or not. So we need to monitor that robot. So if there is any malfunctioning, or if we are having any small errors regarding that robot, if the robot is not able to work properly, we need to program that robot, or else we can't manufacture that same model, right? So for every 6 months or 1 year, we are getting new models, new type of cars. Again, we need to change the design, model, everything. So in that case also, again we need to program that robot in different way, and we need to change that model, design, everything. Again, we need to program to that particular robot. So there also we need a manpower again. Okay. So even if the robots are able to, if the robots are able to do a work entirely, but still there is a scope or a chance for the manpower to handle that particular work. We need to manage. So, or we need to monitor that robot, if a robot is working properly or not, or if you want any changes, we need to do, because it doesn't know. But as we said, as we are discussing robot and AI, if both are clubbed, or if we keep both together, AI and robot, again we need to see the movie like Robo 3.0. Getting my point? Again, why this robot movie has come? You may get that question. Again, just for example or for reference, I'm giving you these details. So everyone are familiar with the movies, I guess. So Robo 2.0. So if we make that same robot, like if we club the robot and AI, artificial intelligence, so we need to see lively robot 3.0, because it may we may see all the distractions, you know. So we can't even imagine. So that is the reason we need to use robots in a proper way, and we need to set a limit. Up to here, I need machine. After that, I need to handle. So then only we can able to survive. So that's how uh, we are using robots and AI. So and one more thing, we are having few. Even if a robots are even if a robots are able to do work, we for example, I said the we are having a cutoff of the jobs. Even if we are having cutoff of the jobs, there is a new roles are coming, uh, because as we are using a robots. For example, robotics analyst and robotics design. Okay, and then like we may get few new roles, because we can't even imagine or we doesn't know. But there is a scope of getting new roles as we are able to do as we are able to use these robots frequently, right? So the more we use, the more roles we may get in the point, in the job point of view. Clear? Okay. So I think, so what is the designation can we expect in the domain? Okay. Hmm. For example, analyst, robotics analyst. So what we generally do in the analyst. So if the robot is, as I said, we need to monitor the robot if the robot is working properly or not. So if it doesn't work properly, what we need to do? We need to check the program where the changes are there. We need to change that program accordingly, and then we need to re-upload that same program to that particular robot. So that's how the analyst, we call it as robotic. So here what we are doing, the same program, we are not changing complete program. We are changing wherever required. Wherever we require the program, we are just changing the program, and then we are re-uploading that same program. So that is robotics analyst, robot analyst, or robotics analyst, whatever you can call it as. And we are hearing that software developer. So software developer is nothing but what they are doing. They are completely writing the code. The same code will be there in the robot. Okay, how it is able to do work? So whatever we are saying is nothing but commands or instructions. So what are these commands, instructions? We call it as, it's nothing but program or code. So whatever we write in the code or whatever we program, according to it, the robot is able to do. Right? So that's how. So the designation. See, for right now, we are having limited designations, like limited roles. But in the future, we may get new roles, or we may create new roles, and we can't. That's what I mentioned. We can't imagine. It's out of the box. Generally, if you want to say, it's like out of the box, because in, see, for example, if we see 2 years or 3 years ago, there is we doesn't know what is AI, what is chat GPT, and everything. But within this span of 2 to 3 years, where we got this chat GPT, AI, artificial intelligence. So most of the people know what is AI, what is chatbot, or what is this chat GPT and everything. So so what they did, so initially whatever we say, it is giving answers. So and then how they developed. So slowly, if we speak, it is able to give answers. And then if we give an image, so it is giving again answers. So they are developing that same. model or role, this chat gpt for example, if we take. So in the same way, in the designation or in the job field also, so uh, as we are able to use the robots, so we may get new roles or new technology even, right? So that's how, uh, in reality, if we speak in real time or reality, so that's how we can't say that only this particular role will be there in next 5 years, like that. So if you have any doubts, or else if you have any questions, if you want to ask, you can.
Students, you can drop your questions in the chat box.
Or else if you have any doubt on this particular topic or on this particular thing, AI itself is a big thing actually. Hmm. Wow, nice answer, nice questions. So I'll go one by one. So will robots be next big thing after the AI bubble? So first of all, AI is a big thing. So do you know, before we are having a bullock carts, like we are like we need to make all this bullock cart completely with the help of wood, everything, and then slowly we shifted to machine. So there, from bullock cart to machine, we faced lot of cut off of the jobs in the sense, who are doing this carpenter work. But can we see any carpenter work right now? Yes, right. So we can see these carpenters in the household or in the home renovation or interior design. So still they are surviving. And so in the same way, even a robot or AI comes in a scenario, humans should be the existence of the humans is still there. So we need to handle. So we can't. And also one more thing, we should not give 100% work to the AI or a robot. So as we said, it can think 10 times or 100 times than us. So that is the reason we need to give limited access and limited content for the robot or AI. So that's the thing. And then difference between mechatronics and the robotics. So robotics nothing but software and hardware. If we club, is nothing but robot. See, for example, we are we are having hands. So if you want to move this hand, okay, in so generally so if you want to make an arm of the robot, and if you want to move that arm, so we need motors, and how much power supply we need to give that particular robot, and how much angle we need to lift that robot, and how to design that particular arm. It is all this comes under mechatronics, or it's nothing but mechanical work, right? So how much angle we need to lift. So this combination of mechanical and electrical is, if we club these two, we call it as mechatronics, mechanical and electronics. So if we club these two, and we are calling it as robots. And in the robots also, we are having different fields. For example, we are having the software or IT field. We are having different domains. For example, software developer, front end developer, back end developer, UI UX designer. So how we are having these different domains, in the same way in the robots also we are having different domains. To teach a robot, we are having one particular domain. To design a robot, we are having particular domain. To write a software, we are having a particular domain. Okay, to unlist, as I said, so it is working properly or not, there is having a domain. So for everything we are having different domains. So how we efficiently use the robots, so in the same way, so we can able to generate, or we can able to create different jobs in the particular field. So we'll go to the next. I think you got the answer. What should we learn to go into the robotics domain? See, first of all, we need to whatever we are saying. I said commands, instructions. These are all are nothing but program. So first of all, we need to have basic programming, or not only basic, we need to have at least intermediate. Not again, don't think in a different way. We should have at least 60 to 70% programming knowledge of that. Of it can be anything, C or C plus plus, Python, your wish, Java, your wish. It can be any programming language, but at least we should have grip of 70% of the programming language, and rest 30%. By doing, we can learn all these things. And uh, we should have like imagination power, how the robot should be and how to design and how the robot should look like or how the robot should move. Okay, all these things. And what the and if I give any programs, so how the robot work, if it is working according to our program or not. So all these things, imagination power should be there. Visionary, we call it as. So those things. And then which jobs are eliminated by robots? Hmm. See, do you know this? For example, we call it as white collar jobs in general. For example, in the industries, we are able to see, in general, we call it as labor work. We call it as generally white collar, but most of you know it's fine. If doesn't know, we call it as labor work. So in the first small like very limited work will be done by humans, like for example fitting of the screws of a board. So it's a very simple work. There we can replace a robot directly. And one more thing, now we are able to see in the US or some in other countries, the robot is able to deliver the products or goods. It can be anything. So there also we are using robots. So it is again there we are eliminating the jobs. So generally we can call it as white collar jobs, or we are able to we can see most 90% we can't find these manpower. So there will be a lot of cut off of the jobs in the white collar jobs. And then okay, getting a lot of our modern hmm. Okay, so I got one question. So see, for example, if you want to Google something on particular topic, or for example, okay, fine, leave everything. So in olden days, if we for example, let's say there is no internet or we don't have any Google. Okay, so at that time, if we want to know about some particular topic or some particular thing or a topic, so what we used to do, we used to ask our seniors, or else we are going directly to the library, and we need to keep on exploring all the related books. And then we got the internet and we got the Google, and we are able to search answers. But still we are getting like we need to spend some time to get up accurate answers. So how this Google is able to work? We are first of all we need to we are giving all the answers or all the content to the Google, and then it is giving all the related answers. Because but Google doesn't know answers directly. We are training the Google, or we are giving content to the Google, right? And then it is able to search and it is giving related answers. But still it is giving multiple links. We need to open that link and we need to search the answers. So here LLM is nothing but we need to train the particular robot, or we need to use these what do you call like we are having we need to first of all we need to train it. If you, for example, if you say this chat GPT, for example, so we are giving we need to train that model, or we need to train that AI. We call it as their machine learning. Again, one more field we can talk about the one particular field. So there we created a job, because we need to teach that robot. Okay, we need to train that robot. So we call it as machine learning. So we need to train that robot completely. We need to give all the content So required content to that particular robot or else AI, and then it is able to work according to it. Next, the difference between sign. So what is the difference between autonomous and semi-autonomous robots? So again, we'll discuss again in the general way. We are having washing machines. So before we got top load machines. So those top load machines doesn't it will wash only like half of the process. Again we need to go. Again we need to take the clothes. Again we need to enter everything manually. So that we call it as semi-autonomous. And autonomous is nothing but uh, everything from starting to ending, from A to Z, everything will be done by the autonomous robots, autonomous machines. Okay, so that's the difference between semi-autonomous and autonomous. If we discuss about in a real time, autonomous is nothing but I give an example as delivery robots. So those are done completely. See, if I give any work, so reach to the so and so place and hand over this product and come back. So what it is doing? So I'm not saying like you go left and right and go straight, because already it is programmed. So it will see in the camera. So it will detect all the objects and everything. So it goes safely and it come back. Okay. So in that is nothing but autonomous. So in semi-autonomous, in the car manufacturing. So what we are using multiple robots there. So what one particular arm robot will do? It will only fix car doors. Okay. So there it is not completely the one single robot. It is not building entire car. It is only doing only particular work of the a car or a model or any product. Okay, so that's we call it as semi-autonomous. So if the robot is doing A to Z, we can call it as autonomous. And if it is doing only some particular part or only half of the work, we can call it as semi-autonomous. So what is the best resources roadmap we can suggest regarding robots? So already we are having so lot of resources. We are having mainly Google. If you are interested in offline, you can refer books, library, or else if you want to still I don't have a lot of patience, and then you can directly ask chat gpt. So we are having lot of resources, so then you can directly what so before we are having limited resources, so there is no scope of creating or innovation. There is no chance of innovation. But right now we are having lot of resources and lot of things, but here we need to give our time. Right now we are having very less time because we are having lot of resources. So before we are having lot of time, limited resources. Right now we are having lot of resources but very less time because we are having different works. So again there is no time to upskill or to learn new things. So if we concentrate on this if we give some part of time for this upskilling or to learn new things, so we can do wonders. So not only to see, I'm not saying to learn robotics. So you can learn any you can learn any skill. It can be photography, it can be your any language, or based on your interest or passion you can learn. It can be cooking also, right? So that's how. Hmm. Next, so what are the few top companies we can expect to get hired for this role? Again, as I said, just open we are having a lot of platforms. So mainly focus on, see, if you want to work on this particular robotics field, either we should have a good knowledge or else we should come from a top college. One thing, IITs, NITs. So directly they will they directly they will hire. So what if we are from tier 2 or tier 3 college? So we need to go to the startups directly. That's the I suggest, because uh, for one particular person, the every company can't give like a in lakh, can't pay in lakhs, right? So few companies, there is a lot of requirement, but they are unable to pay. So but there, we are getting an opportunity. We need to take that opportunity. We need to prove ourselves, work 1 year or 2 years or year wish, and then gain experience, a lot of knowledge, real time, and then you can shift to the your dream company, or it can be any company. It can be. So I'm not mentioning any particular company. So that's how. So resources roadmap. So we are having a website called roadmap.sh. Roadmap.sh. Just check if it is working. I think it should work. Generally, I suggest this roadmap.sh. So share which type of robots are you currently work with. See, I work. Actually, as you know, I'm a trainer, so I deal with different type of technologies. So I go to usually, uh, so I comes under it, comes under trainer, or else kind of a teacher. So I go to different schools and college. So I give a brief, what do you call? It's a kind of workshop or experience. So we generally do handle 3D printing. It's one of the technology, and then IoT, Internet of Things, is one technology. Robotics, one technology, and basic electronics. So these all things we cover. So generally, if you go to any schools or colleges, so we conduct workshops, and then we cover these particular topics. So, and I doesn't work in product based, because I comes under edtech platform. Like I'll be keep on training students. So I'll be giving all these experiences, how to go to the particular field, or how to go into a particular domain. So I just suggest, so of domain. So which one you like most in terms of domain? I like product based, obviously, because if you get a chance to build a robot, will you do or not, right? So so unfortunately, I went to the tech domain, so like education domain. So that's how it is going, as far as now. So like that. So any other questions or doubts you are having? So I think you are having I think you got a little idea. So what is what? So what so why we are using robots, and what is the use of robots?
I think so. They got very good idea about it.
Yeah.
Any more questions, students? I think so. There are no more questions.
Hmm.
Thank you so much, sir, for
Yeah.
joining an informative topic and inspiring session for us. It was
It's
very,
my pleasure.
yes,
So actually, due to this tight schedule and everything, so and somehow I got the time, and so everyone make sure, try to learn new things. It can be anything, but every day, like half an hour or 1 hour, it's up to you, and it's up to you how can you manage your time. So try to learn new things. It can be anything. It can be a experience, or it can be related to life. It can be anything. Just try to learn new things. At least give some time. If you are very much addicted to your mobile, just keep aside, give your time by yourself. That is also one new thing you are learning by yourself. Okay. Yeah.
thank you so much for being part
Yeah.
of Slate Valley. It was
Yeah.
great having to you.
Yeah.
We'll definitely
Thank you.
plan another session for having you again
Sure.
if it's
Sure,
possible.
definitely. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karthik, for being here. and accepting on
Yes, sir.
the request and being into such a typical situation you have attended and taken the
Yeah,
session. Thank you so much for
it's
engaging
fine.
the art students
Yeah.
and giving insights on robotics. And we are
Yes.
so glad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.